So today I want to show you how I am going to propagate plumerias, the plumerias that are from my property. We bought this house last year, and one of the things I really love about the previous owner is he was a major gardener, and I'm not. I would like to learn how to garden, and I do my best. I buy things, they die. I try. But I did watch several YouTube videos, and they were basically all saying the same thing: how to propagate these beautiful plumerias so that you can make more, grow more from the trees that you have. So I will show you what this property came with, and how I will go about planting extra and see if they grow. And if I get a good batch, maybe I could sell them on Facebook Marketplace, make a couple dollars that way. But either way, let's get to work. This property that we bought have 3 different colors. There are a lot of different colors, and I'll show you the colors that we have here at my house. This one is absolutely beautiful. It's got 3 separate colors. It has pink, yellow, and a little bit of white, and it is just a beautiful combination, and I would love to grow more of these for sure. So that is the first, and we'll take a look at the other 2 colors we have. Also, just to show you how big they are, this is probably, see, I'm 5'7", this is probably a good 10 feet or more. Yeah, maybe 10 feet. So this is the yellow, and I'll show you a yellow actually around the other side of the house. Just beautiful, yellow and white. This one, pink with a little yellow in the middle. Just beautiful. Going around to the side of the house. And I have trimmed this one back. And look how big it is. And actually there is another similar sized one in our backyard that my daughter likes to climb, but I don't let her go beyond a certain point because see how thick and tree-like they are, but they're still pretty fragile and very easy to cut. So you don't really want to climb too high up on these, but she's only 43 pounds, so, but pretty soon she'll get too big to be climbing these. So anyway, I'll show you how I learned how to do this, and we'll see how they turn out. And looking around at the different stalks, I think I'm gonna take from the pink. See, that leaf is not doing well anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and prune this one. And it's pretty long. I'm going to keep mine about 12 inches. I think it was recommended 8 to 10 or 8 to 12 inches, but you can just eyeball it, but keeping it to about a foot. So here's where I'm going to trim, and I'm going to trim it angled down so that the cut is angled down this way so that when it rains, water cannot pool into the part that has been cut. So I'm going to angle it down this way. See that? Water cannot pool in the cut part. So here is my cut piece, and I am going to trim it a little bit more to about here. And this time, because this is, well, it came off pretty straight, but I'm gonna trim it to here and just make it nice and straight. So I'll just take that and cut a nice straight edge. And then what I'll do now is I'm going to pick off the existing leaves, and there were a couple little blooms here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to pick off all the existing leaves that are on here and let it dry. So, and these are very easy to pick off. You just peel them back opposite of the way they grow. They just pick right off. And seems sad, but that's what all the videos I watched said to do, and I figure they have their own shows, so they know what they're doing. So we'll see if it works or not, and how well they grow after. There's two little babies at the top, peeling back even those. Okay, so this is what it looks like after done clipping and peeling off the existing leaves. And now what I'll do is let this dry, just sitting outside, and let it dry for 1 week and then plant it. Got a loud air conditioning unit right here. So these are all yellow, and I did these a couple weeks ago. I just have not had time to plant them yet, but I have set them all aside here, and they're all ready to be planted. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. You will see, look, they are trying to grow back even without roots. So you can see they are still clipped with no roots. And yet with the leftover juices, whoa, that's a spider, okay. Okay, I won't, okay, it's coming after me here. So these plumerias are trying to grow back off of what's left of their juices. These are very juicy when you clip them. They start streaming a white liquid because they are very, very juicy. So look at them trying to grow. So I need to get these guys in pots pretty quickly so that they can grow roots and continue to grow. So I'm ready to start planting, and I'm just gonna see how it goes. For the soil, I'm going to use the cactus soil, and I'm going to mix a little bit. I know that it's already pretty aerated soil to begin with, but I'm gonna add a little bit of the perlite anyway. It was recommended to put in the perlite with the regular potting soil, and so I'm a little bit a step ahead with the cactus soil, but I'm gonna just put in a little bit of this to make sure that it is able to drain well. Okay, so because these holes are so big in these pots for the drainage, I did place larger rocks over the holes to prevent the dirt from spilling out of the holes. So hopefully that works well and will stop the dirt from coming out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my dirt in. Just putting it right in there. Get a couple of good scoops in there, and then I'll mix the perlite in a little bit too. I'm just gonna grab a handful and just mix it in. Oh, and this is dusty too, so you can wear a mask or keep your mouth closed. Okay. Okay, looking good so far. I'm just gonna use a little bit more perlite. And just mix it all around. And then I am just going to burrow my hole just with my fingers. Make a little hole for the stalk. Put it right in there, maybe put a little bit more dirt just to get it about an inch below the edge of the pot, and water it once, and I'm gonna leave them outside and see how nature takes care of it. Okay, now that my dirt is ready, I'm going to dip the stalk in the take root powder. So it's just a very fine powder. So I'm taking the stalk out of my water, and I'm gonna dip it right in the jar and just swirl it around. And then I'm just gonna tap off any excess powder. And there it is. And then I'm gonna put it directly in the dirt and smush the dirt around it. All right, so putting it in the hole there and just bringing the dirt all around it, kind of pack it down a little bit. And I will need to add a little more dirt, I think. And then I will add a few rocks on top to stabilize it. All right. So that is how I am propagating my plumeria clippings. Hi, Winnie. And I'm gonna water it once and then let nature water it the rest of the way and see if these little leaves start growing, or if these leaves continue to grow, and how it turns out. How does it look, Eddie? Does it look good? We'll see what happens. All right, so I want to show you the 3 that I did last month. Today is July 7th, and I planted these on June 18th, so it has not been quite a month yet. And look at the growth already in less than a month. So these are really doing well so far, and I keep them out in full sun. And I have not watered them since I planted them. I have been letting the rainy days do that for me. It was recommended to water once and not water again for 2 months. I have just been letting nature do what nature does, but I have not been watering them myself. So I keep them out in full sun, and they just are doing so well. I mean, look at the growth on that. So it hasn't even been a month. So we'll see what happens and what they look like in 2 months. All right, so that's it for this video, propagating my plumerias. I hope it works. I hope they turn out. I hope they look like this someday. We'll see what happens. So we'll give it 2 months. Maybe I'll be able to sell a few, who knows? So anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.